we went to he's a sales guy that works for my company, and he one of my best work friends and I, she's a customer, but he lives in the town in Deer Park where I grew up, and we were just talking and stuff. We were talking about a local bar that he's like, I just went there for the first time. I was like, oh my gosh, I used to hold my team meetings there at Logos.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I just went there. He's like, you're what? And I was like, let me just tell you.
Yeah.
He was so funny. But it was funny. I came home and told Rob, I was like, I was in such a stereotypical salesy corporate, like wine and dine schmoozing kind of place where I'm like, yeah, I can like wiggle my way up the chain until I can retire with It Works. Like, it was so funny. And I was like, but then I slipped in It Works. I was like, wow, I just did that.
Yeah.
In a meeting with a sales guy. I just did that. I'm like, it's okay. His wife, they live in Deer Park, like right up the road. I can like talk to his wife who stays home while he's driving a Lexus around. Like, yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. Well,
I was like, I just did that. I played that card.
Right. Guys, I'm so excited. I don't know about you all, but like our team is killing it. The messages that I'm getting from everybody using this GoPro concept is insane. I mean, Ashley, Gina, Amber, Sam, like everybody is messaging me like, and it's like, it's working. Like this is seriously working. And I'm so stinking excited. Brittany, like the messages that she was sending me today and I was sending her, like I was crying and then I had goosebumps and like, I'm just so excited for the seeds that we're planting and like the excitement and the growth and holy crap. I was talking to Sarah and we were voxing back and forth and I'm just like, this is freaking amazing. Like this is our year. So the next ambassador team is here. So, okay. So Brittany's going to kind of recap the GoPro, what we've been utilizing, the video that everybody's sending out. Thank you guys for like, just letting me know that it's working. Like, it took me 15 takes to make. And then I told Brittany I was still a mess because I knew that there was things I missed that I wanted to put in it. And she's like, no, it's perfect. It's good. And like, I'm getting so much positive feedback from it. So I'm really excited about that. And so she's going to recap the concept that we're using, and then we're going to talk about follow-up tonight and how to kind of lead into getting them signed, right? Okay, there you go.
I have a lot of different topics to kind of cover, but yeah, I did want to just recap like 5 minutes or less GoPro and the whole idea of it and why we're using it so that you guys can really be utilizing it and know what it's supposed to be doing. And then I want to give you guys some examples because I've been using it and I've been getting some pretty awesome results on it. Nick just had the garbage can fall over in the kitchen.
I hope he's taking out the garbage.
That was great. Oh gosh. Okay. So I want to talk about the GoPro really quick, and then I would love for Sam to share what's working for her. Amber, if you have something that's working really well for you, like I would just love like to everyone to like give their ideas tonight because I feel like we can learn so much from each other. And if you're doing a post but is simply tweaking it and saying it a little bit differently, you may get a totally different response. And I know Jody talks a lot about keep it simple. We try to put these, oh my gosh, join my team because of this and this stat and this thing, and if we just ask people who wants to grow out their hair, everyone wants to freaking do it. So just to keep it simple, and we overcomplicate it. So real fast, 5 minutes or less, I'm going to recap GoPro. So number one thing we talked about was your active candidate list, or what we call our hundreds list. So we need to be using that hundreds list all the time. So you need to be adding to that list all the time. So I actually did this for myself, and I started fresh, guys. I've almost been in the business 3 years now. I went out to the store and got like a lime green notebook, and I literally just started writing names down. And as soon as I see a new person, I'm adding their name to the list. And I'm using that list every single day. And like, can you have my list? Can you have it? And I'm adding to it every single day. So I really wanted to show you guys what I'm doing because I think it's working really well. So I got this notebook, and I don't know if you guys have Instagram and Facebook. My Instagram is different people than my Facebook. So in this notebook, it's just a green notebook, lined paper, and I literally started on page 1 and just started writing names down. And then at the very back of the book, going the opposite direction, I started my Instagram potentials.
Perfect.
Sorry, it's here. Sorry. My phone's about to die, so I need to plug it in. But, so I just wanted to show you guys this, and that you can always be adding to the list. And what I'm doing to help me every single day is when and I'll get to this in a little bit, but I'm going through each page every single day. So this is day 1, then the next one is day 2, next day 3. So I'm going through all of these lists of people and I'm interacting with them. And that's why this list is really handy. And then if I invite them to something, I can just put a little note in pencil. I invited them to something so that I can keep track of what I'm doing. And I think this is a really great way for me to keep always adding to this list. And my goal is to always add 5 new names to my list every single day. No matter what, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 5 new names to my list so that during the week I'm always adding people to this list. So adding people to your list. Number 2. This is the biggest one. You have to be inviting prospects to an event or sending them to the video that we have. So we went through all 8 steps of how to specifically invite them. But the gist of it is that you want to compliment the prospect. You want to be in a hurry. You want to send them a voice message. And you want to, I feel like it's echoing really bad. Is that my phone? It's only when I'm talking.
It's when your volume's up all the way. Mine's like that too. I don't know why, but you sound fine.
And I didn't mute everybody. It's because I didn't mute everybody.
Is it still, I turned it down a little bit. Does that sound better?
Oh, you sound fine.
Okay. Sorry, I'm moving over to my charger while we're talking.
I'm going to mute you. Just unmute yourself, Brett.
Okay. Okay, sorry. It was just kind of, I don't know if it sounded weird. Okay, cool. Thank you, Sam. Okay, so I need to use this water bottle and prop this phone up real quick. Okay, I might just have to hold it. Okay, sorry, I'm going to be moving, guys. Okay, so we definitely want to make sure. Oh, no, I forgot my list. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Anybody can do this business.
Even messy people.
I'm just teasing.
Okay. Anywho. Okay. Okay, so I said that we want to make sure that we're inviting them to things, because if you're not inviting people to the opportunity or offering people the online parties that we have or an in-person party, how are people going to know more about what you have to offer? So something that I wrote down on here is that, and it's been key for me, is remember that you're not trying to seal the deal on the first time you talk to them. I think for me, I kind of jump the gun and I'm like, oh my gosh, join my team right now. And I get really excited because I just want to seal the deal. But if we really just emphasize that we are only trying to educate them and bring value to them on what they need, they want, or they hate, so we can help them understand why what we have can benefit them. So changing your mindset, not from I have to sign them right this time, to okay, I'm just giving them information, and when the timing's right, I'm going to pitch it at the right time and they're going to want to get started. So putting the ball in their court, it's going to make you a lot more personable. It's going to be a lot more relatable to what you're doing, and people are just going to really respect that a lot about you, and that you're not just trying to sign them up and shove stuff down their throat. And I actually have a really great example of that. Jody, are you on your phone or are you on?
I'm on my computer.
Do you have your phone in front of you?
Yeah.
I can't read my message when I'm on my phone. Can you read the message that I had sent to you today?
Sure.
And to kind of set you guys up for what happened, this girl had liked one of my posts about the business, about the hair, skin, and nails, and she wanted to be a product tester. And she initially had said, oh, I'm sorry, I really don't have the funds to do that right now. I'm kind of tight. I just bought a car yesterday. And I said, oh my gosh, well, congratulations. You just bought a car. That's amazing. And she said, let me check my funds and I'll get back with you. And I said, oh my gosh, that would be great. Would it be okay if I follow up with you on Thursday? And that's really all I said. And then this is what she sent back to me.
Yeah, you basically said, congrats on the new car. That's so exciting. Would it be okay if I message you in a couple days and we can chat more about it? And then I'll give you some time to check out your finances. I couldn't read the beginning. And she was like, yes, for sure. I just have to say, I'm pretty sure what you do for a living is some type of network marketing. I dabbled in a few different things during college, and the leaders thought they were doing the right thing and saying the right thing. But the fact that you asked me if it was okay to message me in a few days, I really appreciate that. I have so many people that just message me over and over again the same things, and it's so frustrating.
Yeah, that's what she said. And honestly, I was like, wow. Like, it was totally eye-opening. It was simply just being you. It was just me being, hey, yeah, I just want to follow up with you, kind of touch base with you. And honestly, guys, when I've asked every single person I've asked to follow up with, can I follow up with you in a couple days? I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, that's totally fine. And when you ask for permission to do that, people just feel so much more, feel less pressured. And they just are like, yeah, that would be great. Sure, we'll touch base in a couple days. You're not saying, hey, will you sign up in a couple days? You're just saying, hey, can I follow up with you? And I wanted to read that, guys, because right after that had been said, we got talking about the business. So, from going from where we started is that she just wanted potentially free hair, skin, and nails, and she didn't have the funds for it. And I simply was like, okay, well, I'll just follow up with you in a couple days. We'll touch base, see if you can squeeze it in and you still want to do it. And we got talking about the business, other companies she'd been involved in and things that weren't working out and why she didn't like the other ones. And I helped her to find value in what we're doing here and why this is different. And she already loves the approach and she loves kind of the conversation we had. Guys, this is a random person. I've never talked to her before. I never messaged her before. Crazy. So I just wanted to share that with you because I think it's really important to make sure that you're being a person, you're being relatable, you're being you, you're not being overbearing to people because it comes off in our messages. So I thought it was really cool. So anywho, I just wanted to say that because that kind of goes into inviting prospects to an event or pitching maybe pitching, actually I guess that's more follow-up. So sorry. Ties in with the next point. So anyways, the next point.
To kind of touch on what you just said. Like do you guys know that you have an others folder in your messenger? And like if people message you and you're not friends with them, they all go to this folder. So I thought I was always checking it and going through it. I just found a message from 2014, mind you, almost 3 years ago. And it said, hey, I found your flyer at the Mad Run, which is a huge obstacle course from 3 years ago. And I messaged her and I was like, I'm so sorry. Literally, this just popped up in my messenger. And I know it's 3 years later, but have you ever tried the It Works products or, been able to find anybody? And they said, no, but I'm afraid at this time I wouldn't be able to afford it anymore. And like, it was like my key in, and I'm like, I just wanted to reach out to you. Would you be interested in possibly getting paid to use them if you're, can't afford them? And they're like, I'm sorry, but what's the catch? And I'm like, absolutely no catch at all. I just want to share something with you. Would you want to be able to watch a video if I sent it to you, or would you be willing? And they were like, absolutely. So they watched the video and they were like, wow, do you have a link that I can look at to check out the products? Like, that's how easy it was. But it said, if would you? And they were like, yes, please send it. And I did. And then they were like, oh my gosh, I want to see your link. So it's just the wording and how you approach it. Like, you don't want to hound them like a cougar, but you want to, like, we always say spit and then duct tape, like give them a little and then duct tape and see if they, feed off of it. And it totally works. It works.
Mm-hmm. I think, and the only last thing I had on here was follow up, guys. And I know I just made a video on that. But I think this kind of ties in with what Jody was saying is that when you're following up, whether it's 3 years later or it's 1 year later or it's from yesterday, you have to make sure you're following up, because if they were interested at one point, they're still interested. So they may not be ready to get started right today, but if you don't follow up with them, someone else will. So you must be following up with people. And I wrote down on here that I thought was one of the best things I learned so far. One was, if you do this, if I send you this, would you do this? But we'll get to that for follow-up. But I also like that once you send them that link and they do watch it, I love that I've been asking, what did you like best? Not instead of what did you think? Because I kept asking people, what did you think? What did you think? people were like, they find the negative in whatever you had sent them. And now you're sending them, what did you like best? It changes the conversation. Now they're saying all the positive things that they liked. And I did this following up even from online parties, guys. We're killing the online parties. And so when we do online parties, I simply message them and say, hey, did you get a chance to check it out? What did you like best? And it's totally changed the game. Like, people are loving the response. They're telling me all the great things that they love about it. And also it guides your conversation. So if they're talking, oh, I love that she talked about products, you know that this person is probably more interested in products at this point. If they're talking more business or financial freedom or staying at home or anything about their job, you know that maybe, okay, I need to talk more about the business opportunity. So I think it's a great way to guide the conversation and just know how to communicate with that person a lot better than I was previously. So I love those. And I want to get more into like all the different examples that we have, like you just said, Jody. So guys, that's just kind of the gist of the GoPro, is that your active candidate list, you're using it all the time and you're always adding to it. You're inviting the prospects to an event, whether it's an online party or a prospecting call or an in-person party. And remember that you're not trying to seal them up, but you're simply trying to invite them to the next exposure and not just sign them up right away. So if you invite them to an online party and then they're not ready to get started, hey, there's an in-person party coming up. Do you want to attend do you want to ride along with me and go with me and just check it out? And just invite them to the next exposure. They don't have to sign up right away, but you're planting seeds every single time you do. And remember that it takes an average of, I think he said 4 to 7 times before a person's ready to get started or ready to get signed up. So just don't stop following up. Don't stop following up until they absolutely flat out said, no, I'm not interested. Because 9 times out of 10, they are still interested. It's just not the right timing. So anyways, I just wanted to touch on those couple things really quick to kind of sum up all of GoPro and what we've been doing and why it's so beneficial. And then reading those first couple chapters, guys, we haven't even got through the book yet, but those are the first couple chapters. And I think that's really important right now, because that's what we're doing right now. We're planting those seeds. We're signing people up. We're getting our 4 customers. We're getting 1 distributor this month, because whatever they announce at conference, we all want to be ready and prepared for it. So this is just some great information to kind of keep bottled up in there. So when you're having those conversations, you know how to guide them. So anywho, let's kind of talk a little bit more about examples of kind of if you've used the GoPro and what kind of response you've been getting from it, or if you did something that was working really well, we can talk more about that. So first of all, I guess I should ask, does anyone want to share if they've used GoPro or anything kind of similar and kind of what responses you've been getting? You just have to unmute yourself if you want to share. Everyone's nervous now. I'm talking too much.
It's so laid back, you guys. Just share something that might have worked for you this week. If anybody's using it. Ashley, you've been doing good. You've been kind of using it.
Ryan, can you sit down, please? Hey, yeah, so I have been using the video, and I've been, trying to use a lot of what the leadership has said, what's in the varsity crew. And then also I've been following the Ask Pam stuff. I got the book GoPro last week and I started reading it, and it just kind of set up a light bulb, like in the way that you kind of approach people about it. And I think one of the things that I was doing wrong was I was always looking for the close of the sale instead of just doing education. Anybody that's really kind of liked my post, or people that I thought, that this business could benefit, I've been messaging some of those people and just asking if I sent the video, would they like to watch it? And specifically, most of them have been people that have shown some interest at some point in time, and they've watched the video, and I've done, kind of what the book has talked about, where I've, asked them, okay, well, if you're going to have the chance to watch it on Wednesday, is it okay if I follow up with you on Friday? And I've had much better success with that before. Like when I would set up 3-way calls or, just a conference, if I had said, hey, I'll call you at 8:00 on Friday, they would never pick up the phone. And giving them the opportunity to actually make the appointment and tell me when it's good for them, it's worked a lot better to my benefit, where I've actually been able to reach them and then, talk with them about different things. So on an average month before, I would have had maybe 5 prospects if I was lucky for a distributor. In the last week, I've had 5 different prospects. So that's a huge difference between the two.
That's awesome. That's
I
awesome.
love everything you said.
And you said like one lady, like as soon as she watched the video, she was like, I'm ready to join.
Yeah, exactly. So, and Kiki, sorry, one of my dogs has allergies. So she chews on herself like all the
I thought
time.
she was talking to your husband.
Oh my.
That's what we call Nick.
The book is pretty amazing. And I think too, like, I know you and I have talked about sometimes like how Pam can say something and it just like really resonates with you.
Yeah.
And hearing her, there was one that she did specifically about social media. And one of the things that I've struggled with, because I sometimes, second guess myself, is when people don't answer me back, I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I do? And I overthink things. And so her kind of talking about, what worked for her business, she said at her very first party, she invited 100 people and one person came. I think she said it was her sister-in-law. And she bought 3 people. So she ended up only having 4 people at her party. And she said she could have focused on the 96 or 98 people that didn't, come, but she focused on who was there. And that really kind of blew my mind, in conjunction with what I'm reading with GoPro, because, he talks about taking the emotion outside of it. Because I think that's key. Like you're attached to wanting something for somebody that they're not really ready to have for themselves.
Right.
And when you're emotionally attached to it, you want something so bad that you just throw up on them.
Yes.
And you have to give them a nugget so that they become hungry and thirsty for something they didn't even realize they needed so much.
I love it. Absolutely. Yes. And I'm glad it's working. Like I've been so excited. Everybody's just been like throwing messages here and there. Oh my gosh, I just sent somebody the video and it worked. And oh my gosh, I just sent 2 people the video and it worked. Like people are getting so excited because the whole concept works. We just have to do it. So
yeah. Well, and I think the last thing I'll mention about the book that I thought was pretty impressive, he talks about always being in a sense of urgency. And that has helped as well, because even if I choose to only have 3 or 4 bookings for one particular week, if I've booked one appointment, when I'm posting on Facebook, I'm not saying like, hey, I have some appointments available. I'm saying, hey, I only have 2 appointments available. They have no idea that I only plan to do 3 that week in the first place.
Right.
They're just looking and going, oh my God, she only has 2. Let me message her. And I had 2 last week, and I have 2 tomorrow, and then I have 1 Saturday.
Awesome.
Which is much more than what I was doing. So it's generating far more for me to be able to do. I heard somebody say, I think it was Vanessa Brown. I heard her say, if you're filling your books up enough, you're never going to miss the people that don't call you back or don't follow up with you when you've reached out, because your book's already full. And I found that being actually diligently busy with my business and purposeful, I don't mind the people that aren't ready for the opportunity, because I'm on to the next person who needs it.
I love it. And I was talking to Amber today, and she was creating urgency in all of her posts or all of her messages to her leads. And they were like booking, like right now, like she said, she booked 8 appointments or whatever in the last 2 days because of her urgency. And because it's like, we got to do it now. Like within 24 hours, you need to let me know because I'm booking up and whatever. And they're all booking right now because it's urgent. So yeah, I think that's an important part of it too. So yay.
You're killing it, girl. You're killing it. Like just hearing you talk, I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. Like you're doing so great.
Thank you.
Awesome.
I love it. I just think that like the GoPro concept is just, and I think Ashley, you've been in for a while now, at least a year.
Probably 2.
It's actually been longer than that. I am coming up on my 2 year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I was gonna say. Like I feel like I've been in for a while and I was doing things wrong like the whole time, and like hearing like a different mind, like changing the way you say something makes such a big difference, or just saying things differently, or just being yourself and just simply offering it and taking all of the stress off of it is so much easier, and we're having better results with it. So I just think that this couldn't have come at a better time too for all of us, because it's go time right now. And so like being able to use GoPro, it's just really, really apparent that it's really helpful for all of us. So I love it. Thank you for sharing everything, darling.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so I did want to ask a couple of the girls on my team that they have been having awesome success. We have been using that lovely hair, skin, and nails post, and it has been working wonders. And I have several different people. I'm not sure who's all on here and who would want to share about it. I'm not sure. Sam's been having a lot of success too. Did you use a hair, skin, and nail post, or was it something else?
Mrs. Davis, can you unmute yourself?
That's me. Yes. I used a hair, skin, and nails post for one of mine. I actually signed one person on the system at the beginning of the month, and then I signed 3 for the hair, skin, and nails, and then 1 for the Confianza. So definitely using interactive posts helps. All of us use and always have great success, so definitely use a hair, skin, and nails post. I will always recommend it because it's eye-catching. It's a grabber. Everyone uses biotin or something to help with their hair growth. Bottom line is we have the only product that is going to give people what they want. They've seen it. I had one girl message me out of nowhere. Actually, she messaged me off of one of my posts. Literally, I went to school with her. She is like one of the nastiest people about It Works. Just because she's one of those people who thinks it's all weight loss. You can't lose weight from a wrap. Like too close-minded to like hear anything. She was like, oh my god. She texted me and she was like, oh my gosh, I have to get this hair, skin, nails. I've tried everything, yada yada. I need to order it right now. I'm like, girl, you got it. Like whatever. So anyway, she was one of my customers, and I was like, that's why I was like, I'm so glad I always stay so positive about everything because she's a very nice person, but a straight up hater about anything that's going to assist you in weight loss. So straight up hater, but it is what it is. And then, so what I was doing all month is really following up. I was hitting really, really hard on planting seeds in December because I knew I was going to get the responses of, I'm tapped for money right now, but I really want to try your product because we had so many like goodies, and like they rebundled some stuff at the end of last year, and they had the holiday packs and things like that. So I was planting a ton of seeds, assuming I was getting a lot of like not right now responses, and then I was going to be able to follow up in January and February. So I did a lot of that. I actually have, okay, so most of you know that Brittany is not organized. I'm the green person on our team. She's not, and it's okay because it works for her. So I have a brand new, like, really pretty, like, notebook and stuff. But anyways, what I pulled out for you guys earlier to show you was this little, like, Post-it. See, it says Amy at the top, and then Jenna, and a couple of people. I signed all of these people already. Didn't cross them off. I wanted to save them because I do something as simple as this. I just make a list of my, this was like some of my December seeds. I pulled them out of my planner and put them on a Post-it note for you guys because I do that at the end of every month. And once I sign them, I cross them off. Everyone except for 2 of these. One was an existing customer. So one of these, I still have to get her information, but all the rest of them are these ones that I signed. But, so anyways, my point is, when you are planting seeds, you have to keep track of those people because 9 times out of 10, you're going to end up signing them. They had interest for a reason. All of these girls, I'm still waiting. I signed most of them. I'm waiting on one. One's an existing customer. She's about ready to order her product or whatever. She was inactive for a while. But anyways, so that's what's been working for me. I use interactive posts. I plant seeds. A lot of people are expecting instant results. They want to make one post and they're like, I want to sign 10 loyal customers off of this one post. Ain't happening. Promise you. But you can try and you can continue to post, like do interactive posts and things like that. You have to follow up because they'll forget. Or 2, they'll act like they're interested and really they're like, they have full intentions on ordering like in the future, but they forget. So you have to follow up. So keeping your notes, I use interactive posts. I always plant seeds. A lot of people want, like I said, you want instant results. You want instant people to like sign up right away. You have to know, even if they're saying no or they ignore you and they don't get back to you, kind of like Ashley was saying, like she was saying, like, she gets potentials and like some people don't answer you. Always follow up with those people, because all of these people were people that were in the past. They were either off my hundreds list or they had showed interest in the past. So that was just a little bit of the success that I've seen this month. Like I said, I assigned one person to the system. I made a couple of interactive posts about the system, mostly the hair, skin, and nails. And I had one girl, the Confianza. I've not posted anything like informational about the Confianza except for my personal testimonies about the Confianza, because I have great results with it. I have pretty bad anxiety. I have had great results recently about the Confianza. I had a girl message me out of nowhere. She's like, oh my gosh, I saw your post a while ago. I think I need to order it. And she ordered right there. So just making it, like Ashley was saying too, like making it intentional. We've been working off the GoPro a lot longer than like Brittany and I, we like looked into GoPro a long time ago. So we've been kind of like working off of it for a couple months now. And I just ordered the book. Guys, I only listened to it on Audible a couple months ago, and then I re-listened to it, and then I ordered the book because Brittany's like, dude, you got to get the book. It's so different. It's so different. And it is. If you're interested in it, get it or borrow it from someone, because it's so different. I'm looking at my business in a whole new light. I am looking at it as I'm a professional. A lot of people get intimidated. The first thing that takes intimidation off my plate is knowing that whomever you're talking to, they know nothing usually. Even if you know a little bit, you know more than them. Yep. You're the professional. If you just put on that professional face, or at least like coat yourself, like on the inside, take a deep breath, think to yourself, I'm the professional. I know, they don't. You are educating them. Education and development. That's all we need to do is educate people. All we're doing is sharing. That's what I've taken especially this entire month, even though I'm kind of been reading into GoPro for months now. I'm seeing an all new light and taking my business completely different route and being professional about it. I'm a professional. That's how I'm looking at it. And it's really working. They just give you that respect. Like once you are carrying that respect for your own business and taking pride and sharing your products and just doing what we're supposed to do, just sharing what we've got. That's how I truly believe that's how I'm getting some success. I'm following up with people. It's not like pulling arms and legs. Like sometimes people are like, I just can't get them to sign. It's been very easy. I've signed 5 little customers right away. I'm waiting on like 6 more people with information. Like I'm rolling it out, guys. Like this is it. Like I'm on a roll and I'm not stopping. And I really think that this GoPro thing has a lot to do with it. I'm looking at my business in a professional light and I love it. It's
Without
awesome.
Amber, you guys got competition coming on. Amber's like a rock star too.
Oh yeah. Team Cincinnati. I'll fight for that.
Hey, I'm wondering, can you give an example for what you did for your Confianza post to make it interactive?
Yes. Okay. So prime example, I am like, okay, so I'll have to add you on Facebook. You will straight up know that I'm a spaz. For all of you guys that know, Jody and Brittany know, like legit, they know me. I hate to travel. I've been in the business almost 3 years. I have not gone to conference. I said, I'm not going to conference until I'm a millionaire walking across that stage. I am not doing it. But I'm going now. I hate to travel. I have really bad anxiety about it. I don't even like to travel with my family. When I first met my husband, I was like, my dad needs to come with me on vacation because I can't do it. Like I don't like to travel. So this past summer we were in Florida. We'd stayed in the same resort that we've stayed in the past 4 years. So I was a little bit more familiar. I had like a mini panic attack. I was like, I'm about to lose it. I'm going to lose my mind. I can't do it. And I had taken the Confianza a couple of times, but nothing consistently enough to where I was noticing some stuff. I took the Confianza, guys. Within 20 minutes, like my husband actually like walked by and was like, maybe you should take some of this so you can calm down just a bit. But I was like, no, whatever. And then and I ended up taking it and I literally felt better within like 20 minutes. I'm not even kidding. I got home. I'd been talking about it. I'd taken it consistently since then. I started being able to focus better at work. And then finally a couple weeks later, I shared it on Facebook and I literally just wrote like a small scripture of like what that looked like for me, like from vacationing to like being able to focus at work more, and not being such a spaz all the time. And I'm not on prescription medication. I've not been diagnosed with anything. I just I'm anxious and I don't want to have to take anything. So I just wanted to try something. My doctor did offer to prescribe me something and I posted that in my post. But like I said, I kept it short. It was very short. Like, I don't like to travel. I have anxiety. A doctor tried to prescribe me something. I said no, asked for options. And then I started taking the Confianza, and it has changed my life. And that was basically what I put. But in kind of my own words, like I said, like I kind of like broke it down in that series of events and kind of just laid it out there. Like, I've never felt this more this comfortable. I've never felt this focused at work. I've never felt better about traveling. And that's honestly the only reason, truly, and I know it sounds like, oh, she's a product of the product, but like seriously, it's the only reason I am going to conference is because I have now been on a trip and been able to like function through it with the Confianza. And that was really all that I put. It was just something like that kind of broke down the series of events really short so people could read it right away. And then that was it. And then put the picture of the Confianza. And like I said, this girl had messaged me, and I hadn't posted anything about it in a couple of weeks, but she messaged me and she's like, all right, girl, I got to try it. I'm a spaz. I've been off my medicine for a long time. I cannot do it without it. I need to try something, but I need to go the natural route. And I was like, wow, I was just shocked because the statistics of people being able to see our stuff has dropped so much, that she had seen it and remembered it. And I was like, okay, I got to keep posting about my real life stories because that's attracting people. So that was just what I posted. It was just like a quick series of events and then posted a picture and not even any info. So that was what I did.
I love it. Guys, it's so important to make sure that you're using your own testimonies too. Like Sam said, I mean, people are going to remember those. Like when I've done like live videos before and shared like my testimony on some of the products and being regular. And I get real deep and real personal real fast, but it's just sharing your story. And once people can relate to you and what you've used, it's a total game changer. So people want to do it if it's worked for you. So I love it, Sam. I can't wait to see you at this conference.
I know.
So I did want to share really quick about the hair, skin, and nails one that I use, and then also Casey used it today, I think, and she had like crazy awesome success with it. My post was simply, who wants to grow their hair out and grow their hair longer? I'm looking for 4 hair models. Like literally that's all I put. And I think I sent like 10 or 15 messages yesterday. This is all like late last night. So I definitely encourage, if you're going to do an interactive post in the evening, is definitely a better time to post that. If you're going to post it in like midday or mid-afternoon, sometimes people are at work. So maybe you wouldn't get as many responses, but I post them in the evening and it seems to work. Actually, I take that back. Casey posted hers during the day today, didn't you, Casey? Where are you?
Again.
You did post. Never mind. Post it whenever. People are going to look at it. Just kidding. But the one thing I did want to share about mine, and then I'm going to let Casey share her story too, and what she's been doing. I sent out a general message. Hey, girl, I saw that you're interested in being a hair model. That's awesome. Here's some more information about what I'm looking for. And I simply said, you'll be able to try the product for 3 months. You'll be able to get my wholesale pricing, which is $33 a month. I think I said that the product's going to help to lengthen, thicken, and improve the texture of your hair. Does this sound like something you'd be interested in getting started on? And like literally that's it. And like people are responding. Now what I wanted to elaborate on and like how I moved from there, I had 2 people that specifically said, I don't have enough money right now, or let me check with my husband. And there was one lady that, and I told Jody about this today, she's been on my chicken list and I have never messaged her. She is actually a co-owner with my aunt at a daycare, and she's just kind of a very successful person, very much so. Is one of my weaknesses. Anyone that's really successful, I still get really nervous talking to them, and that's just one of my things. And she literally commented back and said, I need to check with my husband, but I'm definitely interested. He doesn't understand girl stuff or something like that. And so we just started talking about, the hair, skin, and nails. And then she started commenting all these people that could use this product, like sending them to me. She's like, oh, I'll comment on your post and I'll tag them. Because she asked if I was friends with them. I'm like, oh, I'm not friends with them. She's like, oh, okay, girl, I'll just go ahead and tag them in your post. I'm like, you do what? You're going to tag them for me? You're going to send me customers? And so right then I was like, okay, get out of your own head. You got to tell her about the business, because she's so funny. She's like, her comments were hilarious. She's funny. She's outgoing. She's sending me prospects already, and she's thinking of people who can use our products. So I'm like, okay, I'm getting around the house. I'm like pumping myself up. I'm like, okay, I gotta send her a voice message. I gotta do it right now. So I literally held down the voice message and just did it. And I literally just said, girl, I love your positivity, your energy. And you're already sending me people for this business. Are you interested in hearing how you can make some extra money? And simply just said, are you interested in hearing about that? She goes, yeah, I'm open to hearing more about it. Literally, I've been waiting this long. And she's like, yeah, I want to hear more about it. I said, okay, if I send you a video right now, would you watch it? She goes, yeah, would it be easier to send it to my email? Like, what? Like, literally so easy. And we just overcomplicate it. So I just wanted to tell you guys that, because we need to ask people about it. We need to be pitching the business, and you never know what's going to happen on the other side. And I asked her if I could follow up. She goes, oh my gosh, yes, because I totally forget everything. You definitely should follow up with me on Thursday. I'm like, you sound like me, but this could be a great relationship starting. So anyways, I just wanted to share that with you guys, because don't be afraid to pitch the business, or if people say they don't have enough money for it, to simply say, I totally understand where you're coming from with the money thing. This is actually a great business opportunity. It's changed my life. Are you interested in hearing about how to make some extra money? Or if I send you a link about the business opportunity, would you watch it? And it could totally turn into something even better. So I just want to share that with you. So Casey, share with everyone what you've been doing and what you've been sending in messages, and how you have like 5 million people commenting on your posts.
Okay, so I sort of kind of not really cheated. I do hair, so I have a little bit of an advantage. So I posted on Facebook and I said, so where are all my friends who want to grow their hair? Said messages were flooded after my post with my hair growth last week. So I'm going to host a hair growth challenge, and the best before and after photo testimonial will win a huge basket of hair goodies worth $150. So my cost at the supply house is less than half of that. So for the next 3 months, if it means loyal customers every month, I'll go buy something and stash it for that huge prize and then give it away at the end. That's fine. So right now on that, it keeps going up. I had 12 comments, and I only asked for 5. And Gina said, well, what if I get more than 5? I'm like, who cares? Just keep messaging them. Like, it doesn't matter. They don't know there's more than 5. Like, I got 9 likes, and then I had 1 girl text me, and then I had 2 people send me Facebook messages outside of that didn't comment at all. So, and that was pretty cool. So with every crazy awesome post, so what kind of things are you saying when you're messaging them? Are they different for each person? Are they kind of a generic? Sort of, yeah. They're pretty generic. They'll say, hold on, let me see if, I don't know if I can pull it up. Let me try it. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
All right, great.
Could you guys tell she's a hairdresser because of how great her hair looks at like 10 o'clock at night?
Okay, I haven't even showered yet, so.
What?
It looks so, and actually, I got really lucky on this one. This girl is another hairdresser that I know, and she messaged me. She said, hi, so what's this hair growing stuff? LOL. I do hair, but I can't seem to grow my hair. I said, girl, you need to get this. I said, and your clients would freaking love it. I said, the hair, skin, and nails is a supplement that boosts your natural collagen, blah, 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 blah. Just kind of gave a little bit about it because I always give too much information. But I said, there's 5,000 micrograms of biotin in them versus generic over-the-counter ones that are like 50 micrograms. I said, if you're interested in the contest, all you have to do is take 2 a day for 90 days. I said, and then all you'll need to do is take 1 photo on the same day of each month for 90 days. You'll get it for $33 as a loyal customer, and that is my wholesale distributor pricing. So then some people don't even say, okay, well, how do I become a loyal customer? Well, I'm coming back. And then other people will say, okay, well, how do I become a loyal customer? So then you say, all you do is you agree to have 1 product shipped to you once a month. And then at the end of the 3-month trial period is what I generally call it, just because I tell them it takes about 3 months for your body to get acclimated to these things and get normal. Said after the 3-month trial period, you can go ahead and stop your auto shipments. I said, but if you will still be a loyal customer for life. I said, and you have perk points that you can use as well. So generally that motivates people to stay a little longer than just the 3 months.
So tell everyone what one of your customers said. The same message I think you were just reading. What did she say, the hairdresser say after that?
I about fell over.
I'm like, you didn't even say the best part.
So I work out with this lady, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know that she knows if I do hair or not. So I said, so I work in Loveland at the Frizzy Melon salon. I said, and it is changing my clients' lives. She said, awesome. I would love to try it so I can sell it to my clients.
Crazy. So, guys, just being passionate. I mean, just the way that you're talking about it, Casey, you're passionate about it, especially that you do hair. Like, ding, 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 people are like all about it. So just be passionate about what you're talking about. So I just thought that was so great today. So I wanted to share that with you guys too. So great job, Casey. Great post. I love it. And I know Gina was telling me that I don't think she can jump on because she has a little baby girl sleeping next to her. But Gina does a really, really good job of reaching out to anyone that likes or comments on any of her posts. And I think that's something that I kind of slack on sometimes. But remember, the whole point we're posting on Facebook and Instagram is so that people will like and comment so you can message them. So make sure that you're utilizing that and that you're following up. I know Jody taught me from the very beginning. She said follow up is 24 to 48 hours. If it's on social media, I really recommend 24 hours because they just liked or comment on your post, so it's going to be fresh in their minds. And even on Instagram, I actually share the post that they liked or comment because Instagram, you like so much of it. I actually share it into the message and say, hey, I saw you like my post, blah, 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 so that they can see what I'm talking about. So just make sure you're following up, guys, and you're sending those messages. And if you do, like Sam was saying at the beginning, like make sure if you are talking with someone about a product, you end up putting them onto a list so that you can follow up with them again later. So I think that's really, really huge. And I think that's why I know that I'm not as organized as some people, but that's why I started that new notebook so that if I do reach out to them or do send them an invite, or maybe they sign up as a customer, I can put a little pencil note next to their name. And that's a great way for me to keep everyone kind of in a notebook together. I don't lose anyone, and it's all right there for me. So whatever works for you, but definitely make sure that Sam does a Post-it note, so, whatever works for you, but you have to follow up. They're like, literally, if you did nothing else, you have to follow up. It's so important. So,
and I send messages just as simple as, oh my gosh, girl, thanks for the love on my post again. You are so sweet. I just appreciate all of your support in my business and on my posts. And then I wait for her to respond. And I just go back and forth. And even whether they're just customers or not, keep the relationship going. That's the biggest thing.
Mm-hmm. And I think that might be a really good last point too, is if you're not getting likes or comments on any of your social media posts, it might be time to change what you're doing. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's time to change up what you're saying in your post. Maybe it's time for some interactive posts. Make sure that you're not all It Works, because if you are literally posting 6 times a day about It Works, people might be uninterested. So make sure you're throwing in your family, your friends, what you're doing on the weekends. Share some fun stuff, maybe some recipes, all kinds of fun stuff, or fashion, whatever you're interested in, and make sure that you're being you in all of that as well, because you don't just want to be a sales ad. And then I think I love that Jody was telling me that to create more interaction on your Facebook page, creating lists is a really good idea as well, because more people will see your posts. So I don't know if you want to just briefly talk about that, Jody.
I was telling Brittany today, I used to have this big general list. You know how you can create lists on Facebook? I had this huge list that was called prospects. It was anybody on my Facebook. I have 3,500 to 4,000 people. Anybody who wasn't a Networks distributor was in my prospect list. Well, that is huge. So then I started breaking it down to strong potential DTs. People and the other one was interactive on my posts. I started breaking it down because, and then I had new ads in, somebody taught us that to do, new ads in January, new ads in December, that you can interact. So what you do is you click on feeds, and then you go to strong potential DTs and you look at all the feeds for the day, and you like and comment and like and comment and like and comment. Guess what? All those strong potential DTs are going to now start seeing more of your posts. And then they'll be seeing that you're liking and loving on their posts. So what it's doing is creating more interaction. So if you have this huge, broad, general list, like I did, start breaking it down into important things. And now I have a new one that's existing loyal customers, strong potential DTs, strong potential LCs, liking and loving on my posts, new ads in January. So I have all these little lists. and I can post to those lists, and I can also interact with those lists when I click on feeds. So it's a great way to start getting a whole lot more interaction than if I click on prospects and I'm going to go through all of those. It's a mess. Like, you're not going to get as much interaction. So I started doing that, and I had people left and right now commenting and posting again. And you have to do the interactive posts. Like, I did a post the other day of Trent and I are going on a big anniversary trip this year. Where's your favorite place to travel? Like, tons of people were messaging. And so I was like private messaging them. Oh my gosh, when did you go there? What did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? So not only am I liking and commenting, but I'm private messaging them too, because that's then going to interact and they're going to move up higher on your friends list and see more of your posts. So the interaction definitely goes up from there. So just know how to work your Facebook. And we can.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
Can they see what kind of list they are added to?
No,
They
because
can't?
some of them are on my prospect list. They're on my strong potential DT list, and they're also on like just added in January list. So they're on multiple lists.
Okay, we're going to need to do a Zoom on lists.
We're definitely going to do that. We've already talked about it. We thought we were going to do that as soon as we got through GoPro.
Yep. And another thing too, guys, is if like you're not familiar with lists yet, or you're like, I don't know what this whole thing is. That's why I created that hundreds list, and you can literally use that list to go and interact with people. Because like I said, I started that list like a week ago, and every day it's another list. Like, I don't have time to go through my hundreds list every day, but I can definitely conquer 25 people, and I literally go to their Facebook page and like or comment on the most recent stuff. And that I'm simply just doing that once a day, and that's part of my power hour that I'm doing. And so that's creating interaction as well. So, and people that were commenting on my hair, skin, and nail posts are people that I was specifically just commenting and interacting on their page. So it's definitely already working within like 5 days. So really, if you're just like, I don't know what this whole list thing is, use your hundreds list. That's why we have it. So, and then, one last thing. Make sure you're sending messages, even if people aren't liking or commenting on your posts. If you have somebody that's on your chicken list that you want to be on your team someday, simply send them a message and invite them to come to an opportunity meeting, invite them to a call, invite them to check something out, invite them to an online party, because I've had a lot of people who said, actually, I'm very interested in hearing more about this. I don't know if today is the right day, but I definitely think in the near future. And guys, bonuses will be coming out next month. If you're planting all those seeds and you're creating those relationships, maybe in a month from now, it will be a total game changer. So don't be afraid to just send messages, even if you're not getting likes and comments, because I've been sending a lot of messages, and it's just a great way to create more interaction, more friendships, and you're getting your business out there, because like we always say, if you don't ask, the answer is always no. So that's all I got.
Hey guys, so I don't have the GoPro recap or anything like that, but I have been doing a couple of different things on Facebook since I've had limited time to be in person, so I've been just completely changing what I'm doing on Facebook, how I'm interacting. By the way, I'm Kara Fife, and I've been with It Works for about 2 years now, and I've just really started using Facebook, like digging deep into it. So there's two things I do. One is something that everybody gets, and it's those dumb forwards, like just while we were Zooming, yo, today is National I Care About You Day. Send this to 20 friends you care about, including me. Just hold it down and say forward. I get those all the time, like 5 a day at least. So instead of doing all of that, I'd never do that, but I've now, every single time I get one, I'm like, hey, thanks so much for thinking of me. How was your day? What's been going on? Oh, your puppy was so cute. Just strike up a conversation, because they thought of you to send it. So send them something back. And we're talking about how her day is slow now, So it's like interacting in that way keeps you up in their messages. So they keep sending you stuff over and over again, and you keep staying up at the top of their list. Now, the second thing that I do, and this is more important than that, is I have random and different times every day where I can just hop on my phone and talk to people. So instead, if I don't have my list, or if I can't have my list in front of me, I will literally go to the messages and then who's active now and pull that up, see all, and then start sending every single one of them. Click on every single person that's active now. Hey, I saw you're on. What are you doing? Or if it's 2 a.m, hey, what are you doing up? I know I'm up, and just silly things like that. And just opening up just small talk. How was your day? Did you get caught in the ice storm? Can you believe what's going on in our neighborhood?
That's a great idea. That's awesome.
And so the active now has kind of been my list that I can tangibly touch and always have in front of me, and that always changes. I mean, it's constantly different, and it changes while you're looking at it. So that's something that's really exciting that I've been doing, and it's been really great because those people I've been talking to are now liking my stuff. They're commenting on my stuff. They're voting on my nail designs. They're saying that they're interested in, weight loss, and it gets that thing rolling. So that's really exciting.
Those are great things. I love all those.
Great, thanks. I'm glad you guys like it.
Yeah,
we've adopted Kara by just to let you all know, we've adopted.
I love it. Oh my God. Thank you. Does anyone else have anything they want to add?
Amber, you're killing it. Why don't you tell everybody what you're doing?
I'm working right now.
I can tell. You've been working the whole Zoom.
Well, I'm just...
Most of it from the bridal show that we did this weekend?
A lot of it still is from the bridal show.
Okay.
I'm just...
We each she got 19 leads. I got 18. We were there, 4 hours?
Ish.
Yeah, 4 hours.
What I hear the underlying thing is do events. Do events.
Yeah.
Do events.
Okay, I have another one this weekend, and I have 2 more coming up. Yes, I love events. Because then your hundreds list just keeps growing because every lead goes on your hundreds list.
Yep. So and you can message anybody off of your hundreds list or anything with that sense of urgency. Do a random giveaway. I see a lot of people that are really taken off with this giveaway thing, and it doesn't have to be something. You guys, I run this business scot-free. My business pays for my business, so every once in a while I'll give away a free wrap, but most of the time it's a skincare session. Just get in front of them. So I've been messaging all the bridal people. They all won a free skincare session and their bridal party and their mamas. And I intentionally leave the mamas out. And then I say, oh, and your mamas can come too. It just lightens the mood, I guess. So it doesn't sound so formal.
But our skincare sessions are literally a cleanser, exfoliating peel, and then they can either use the Wow or one of the moisturizers or whatever. But you guys, it's like next to nothing to give those away for free. Get them in front of you. You want them to have the peel on. Then you're going to talk them into a facial for $20 or $25. So they have to sit for 45 minutes, and you can talk to them about their health goals. It's like brilliant. It's the best thing you can do. And then what I do is if they invite 3 to 5 people to come with them for their free skincare session, they get their facial for free. So then you have 3 to 5 people in front of you that you can share the business and the products with.
Yep. Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, you're killing it. You've been killing it for the last several months. You're growing like crazy. She's been signing customers like crazy, booking appointments, one-on-ones, parties.
There was a few, like when I offered them, some of the girls were like, I don't know. I need to contact all my girls and figure out what days work for all of us, right? And I wanted to get it on the book or that sense of urgency. So I offered that. I said, okay, I fill up really, really quickly. And I'm going to give you a couple of dates that you can offer them. So I went through my calendar and figured out what dates might work. And literally one girl, I booked those 3 dates that I gave her already. So she got back with me. She messaged me, like I told her I'd message her at 3:00 this afternoon, and she texted me at 11 at my lunch. She knew when I took lunch, and she messaged me and she said, how does will the 4th work? And I said, I'm sorry, I actually booked that one last night. I need to, we need to do this now. And she's like, okay, give me the next one. I don't care. I'll make it work. So that sense of urgency really, really works. And it just shows them that you value your time and you don't want to waste theirs. So you just give them the option, and you look really important too. Like you're busy, and they take. I'm big with integrity, and I'm so blue too. I have no organization either. So my resolution for myself this year is actually sticking to and doing what I say I'm going to do. Like if I'm going to call you at 3:00, I need to call you at 3:00, not 3:03. So I'm really, really working on that. But I don't know, and for all of last year, and even some of this year, I second guess what I'm saying, what I'm messaging people. Just freaking say it.
Yeah.
Like I've been talking with Shannon, and I said, we're sitting here and we've wasted 30 minutes trying to figure out what we're going to say when we could have sent 20 messages and learned as we went.
I know. I love it when you message me and you're questioning yourself, and I'm like, you're overthinking it. Just say it.
I know. And when you don't respond to me, I know what you're doing. She's like, not going to answer me because I need to figure it out on my own. But
no, usually I'm busy, but I'm glad you figured it out on your own.
The only way you're going to learn is to do it.
Just do it. Don't overthink it. Don't second guess yourself. Just do it.
Just do it. And if it's wrong, change it. Do something else.
Yeah, because I love this. Okay, so I messaged Amber yesterday and she said, I don't know what you're saying to these bridal people, but I ain't getting squat. Well, I didn't get back with her because I was busy. And then I messaged her back and she's like, oh, I just booked 4 appointments. I'm like, what the heck happened? She goes, it wasn't working, so I changed it and it worked. And Brittany says that all the time. If it's not working, change it. And that's exactly what she did, and it worked. I mean, she booked 4 yesterday and 4 today after she changed what wasn't working. And
I prayed about it first.
Oh, well, there you go. Brittany, I told you that today. Remember that? Yeah.
So, I don't know, just now's not the time to, I was watching one of Jen Zay's videos. I pop in and listen to her get real sometimes. And I was listening to one of her videos, and she's like, it's January. Why are you reading a book? Yes, we want to grow, but you need to run. Like, we need to message as many and talk to as many people as we can. We learn as we go. We learn as we do. Just do it. Just do it. Stop overthinking it. Stop.
It's go time.
Yeah, it's go. It's time to run. This is the time where you want to be so busy, you need extra bottles of Confianza. Like, I take it every couple hours because I run around like a chicken with my head cut off. Like, I've got kids are in the room with the door shut, thank God. But I just work.
That's how, every day this week, I think I've said that to somebody in a message, like, my heart is just racing. Like, I'm going 100 miles an hour. I got messages coming in and this and so much excitement. And this is what this is all about. Like, this is when you know that you're in your 30, 60, 90-day push with GoPro, where you have to create the urgency. You have to get in now. You have to use your tax return to invest in a business that'll change your family's future. I mean, you have to create the urgency. New Year's resolutions. I'm in a hurry, but if I send you this link, would you watch it? And can I follow up with you on this day? You'll have had time to watch it by then. Like, you have to let people know that you are busy and you are running and you want them to be a part of it. And the whole concept is just brilliant. And Brittany, you're dying to say something.
Is she?
Oh, I have a closing statement.
Okay.
I work full time. It's hard for me to post. I'm actually not allowed to post during my work hours. I'm allowed to post at lunch. And so I post like the second before I clock in, sometimes a little after, but they don't really complain about that. But at lunch and then directly after work, most of the time I get those posts in, and then a couple more in the evening I try. Busy people can do this. I work full time. I'm at my church 4 days a week. I help a lot of people. I should learn to say no sometimes, but you just figure out where to fit it in. I sit in my car a lot and actually do this. I come home from wherever I'm at and I sit in my driveway and I check my phone, and it's 45 minutes later, and I'm still sitting in my car. Like I work because it's quiet, and I don't know. I get a lot done sitting in my driveway. Whatever you have to do, wherever you have to hide, you just
Do it.
done. Yeah.
You know, we left our meeting on Monday night at La Charreta, and Amber and I were the last ones to leave, and we both climbed in our vehicles, and 20 minutes later, we were both still sitting side by side in our vehicles, and we were both still working from our phones because we both had an hour drive home, and we were both still sitting there working on our phones. And I looked at her, and she finally took off, so I took off. But yeah, because it's quiet, and like you can go like from your phone in your car. Like I laughed because I'm like, oh, we are so related. But we were after the meeting, and we couldn't wait to get back with all the people who had messaged us during the meeting. So it's just, that, yeah. It's all good.
It's January.
It's January. Okay, Brittany, close us out.
Okay, sorry, now it's two things really fast, but I will post this when I kind of make it make sense for everyone. But I have been creating a power hour. It's not really an hour, but it's my way of being diligent with my business. And if I have a list of things to do, I know that I have to check these off from my list. So when they're talking about, I got to follow up, I got to post, I got to do this, I got to do that. If you have a list of things to do and you don't go to bed till that list is done, you're going to be a lot more productive. So I've been finding things that I think are musts, and Sarah Rankin always talks about musts for your business, whether it's daily, monthly, whatever. And I've created a list of like what I need to be doing every single day and how I'm working my business. So I'm hoping to kind of get that out, and then you can kind of see, oh yeah, I want to do more of that. And so like this may not be an hour. It may be, for me, like I sometimes when I work from home during the day, I may have 4 hours. So maybe this is 30, this is 20, this is 10, this is 30, whatever. Create it however you want, but at least you have a list of things to do. So I'll touch base with you guys about that later. The last thing I wanted to say though, there are 2 major events coming up, and y'all need to be at both of them. So there's one, it's a one team, one mission, which is basically a big old rap party, and Cammie Dempsey's coming to it. So you guys should totally be there. And that is in
February 2nd.
And where is it? Is it
Harrisburg?
Harrisburg. Okay.
Right by Toledo.
Yes. If you want to keep going with this, I just know the dates of where but it was just the point that there's 2 major things coming up, and especially if you're not going to conference, and even if you are, it's just going to keep you lit on fire. So I'd go to all of them if you can, but especially I know that one's on a Thursday, so I know some people have work, and there's just like, it's difficult. I understand that. So if you cannot get to that one, there is one on March 5th, and it's a training. It's a training, and it's like an all-day training, and there is absolutely no reason why you should not be at that training, because it is on a Sunday, and it is going to be, pardon my language, going to be kick-ass. Yeah. So you really should be there. Nick's making fun of me because I cussed. Anyways, totally be there. If you're in any of the different areas, we can all carpool together and get there. The tickets are usually pretty cheap. I think they're including lunch in it. I think those tickets are going on sale this week. Mm-hmm. But your business grows so much when you get to events because you learn from so many people. You guys get on these Zooms and things, but think about getting in front of tons of different leaders from tons of different teams that bring all their ideas to one event for one day. Seriously, those are the things that have completely changed my business. So get to events. So I just wanted to share those dates with you. And those are all in Varsity Cruise. So if you have not checked them out or got your tickets, do it now.
Yes. And I know that they are going to be releasing a pay-per-view for conference. So if you are not going, pay-per-view is a must. And invite people over. Invite people who aren't in the business over. Invite your friends over, your family over, and like be excited about it. So yeah, February 2nd, March 5th, conference 9th, 10th, and 11th, or 10th, 11th, and 12th, whatever the dates are. Yeah, I'll be there forever, it seems like. But yeah, get to trainings, get the one team, one missions. Like there's one actually tomorrow night in Grand Rapids, and I have a prospect in Grand Rapids, and I'm seriously thinking about sending her to, I can't go, but I'm seriously thinking about just telling her to go. Get the people to the one team, one missions, because let corporate get them signed or whoever's putting them on. That's just huge. So, and Brittany, Lori and I were talking a little bit today, so I'm going to see if she wants to do one in Cincinnati. So, one team, one mission in Cincinnati would be awesome. So, okay, we are way past our hour. So you guys, thank you for joining in every Wednesday night at 9. We will definitely be maybe doing some social media ones, and we'll still be doing GoPro follow-up and stuff like that. So have an amazing week. Create the urgency. Don't be afraid. Get that 20 seconds of courage. Ask somebody to watch a video. Send the video. Utilize three-way calls with your uplines. If you got somebody that's a 7 on a scale of 1 to 10 and they're not ready to sign and they have things holding them back, get them on a three-way call so we can figure out how to accomplish those self-limiting beliefs that are holding them back from being a 10. So you guys are amazing just for being on here and growing your business. I appreciate all of you. We love you, and go pro. Go out and sign those people. So thanks, Brittany, for everything. We love you too.
Yep. Love you guys. Have a good night.
See you guys.